So before we start our vlog, we actually got invited into this small shop called
Simply Native Japan.
Yes, which is in Surry Hills. And they recently opened, they sell some sort of like Japanese crafts and stuff. But today we're gonna make our own matcha.
That's right, yeah. So we've been invited for like blind matcha tasting. So it's gonna be quite an experience to see how the matcha is kind of made, you know, before you drink it. So.
Yeah, and we love everything Japan. So when we got invited here, we're like,
yeah. But the rain, right? I mean, it's been
know.
raining for the last month now. Every weekend, it's really annoying because we actually wanted to go and travel.
Yeah. I don't know when we can travel, so it feels like during the lockdown it's so sunny, it's cold but super sunny, and they hold up all the rains until after the lockdown and pure.
So this is Yukino, she's the one that invited us. Thank you so much. Yeah, so we're gonna be doing blind tasting today.
Then also today, to make it even more special, I just got this tencha leaves. It's a tea leaf for matcha from Kyoto just yesterday. So we can do the freshly ground matcha on the stone mill.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Okay. This is really fun.
100% wasanbon sugar, Japanese traditional powder sugar. So it melts on your tongue. So please try them. So you try to remember the taste and color and fragrance. Then in the second round, I shuffle the tin around. So we'll never know like which one you're trying. Then trust your tongue and to guess which one you're trying, okay? I pick shohaku, rindo, and hatsukaori. So those three matchas are from Marukyu Koyama-en in Uji.
After hard work, let's enjoy the matcha. It smells so good.
Crunch. This is actually really nice to go with the tea. So it's the buckwheat flour on the outer kind of casing there inside. You get the azuki, which is the kind of red bean. Really, really nice.
So hatsu in Japanese is first, then kaori is fragrance.
Hatsukaori, first fragrance.
The caffeine intake of matcha is really consistent and slow, while coffee is like boom. Yeah, so it gives you anxieties and stress, but matcha is more like calming down, but like making you awake.
Okay, so right now, Yukino has just mixed everything together and we're drinking our first batch.
Yes.
So do you know which one is which?
I don't know.
Okay, I think we are matcha out right now,
Matcha
right?
out, yeah.
That was a lot of caffeine, right? But I think the difference between matcha and coffee is that there is a gradual kind of hit that wakes you up.
Yeah.
Versus coffee where it's just intense, it's just
Coffee
boom.
is like this and then boom. So
Yeah.
you need another coffee. But matcha is like building up.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm actually quite high right now.
Yeah. And because the weather is really, really bad right now, so the
Yeah.
first thing that we're gonna do obviously is eat something that's gonna warm you up.
That's right.
And we're gonna be touring around Newtown to show you some of the best ramen.
Whoa.
Yeah, wow, look at that. That's crazy, yeah.
It's another winter. Second
know.
winter in Sydney.
All right, so we're at the first stop here. It's called Sushi
Yes.
Ramen. So they do Hokkaido Sapporo style ramen.
Mm.
To show you guys, and if you guys seen our TikTok and Instagram, we actually posted that before as well.
That's right.
It's a very small shop, and next to me there is the bar, the counter, and you can just see everything being cooked there. Unfortunately, I can't show it to you guys because they're not really keen on getting everyone to film the kitchen. But I'm gonna show you the food when it arrives. So there's different types of ramen that you can order here. Yakisoba, which is kind of like the dry one. Also, obviously the soy Sapporo Ramen. That's the one we tried last last time, but today we're gonna be trying the Hokkaido Miso Ramen, which is like a combination of the chicken and pork broth with some aged miso paste as well. So gonna be interesting, and of course they got some of the chashu as well. And then they got okonomiyaki, which is Hiroshima style. Now, if you guys been to Osaka before, Osaka is like the more doughy okonomiyaki, and it's also mixed with all the ingredients. But the ingredients for Hiroshima style okonomiyaki is very much similar. The main difference is they layer it out on top, so you've got kind of like a separation of different flavor when you bite through it. So.
And also, Hiroshima style have noodle.
Correct.
Osaka doesn't have noodle.
Well, yes. Yeah, the Hiroshima is kind of more like, I guess, yakisoba type of like, I guess, okonomiyaki there, but lighter on the dough part. The Hokkaido Miso Ramen. Now, we've never been to Sapporo, we've never been to Hokkaido. It's a place that we really dream of going, right? I mean, we're supposed to go this year around December, but as you know, we're stuck here. We've been stuck here for about 2 years now. So this is the closest we can get to Sapporo and a Hokkaido style ramen. With the Hokkaido Miso Ramen here, you've got the miso, aged miso paste inside. You've got the chicken broth and a mix of the pork broth as well. You got the spring onion, you got the bamboo shallots, you got some corn, you got that nice egg, and man, it's gotta just try the broth first. Oh yeah. Wow. It's nice and creamy actually. Compared to the Sapporo Soy Ramen, this broth is definitely a lot thicker. But I like it. I like it. Oh, that really warms you up. A little bit like al dente, which is really nice. One of my favorite. I got that bounciness, that really nice texture. What I love about it is that when you eat the noodle, right, it sips into the noodle. So with every bite like here, you get all that broth, you get that flavor, which is really nice.
The chashu is literally melt in your mouth. It's so fatty, it's so nice. So apparently in Sapporo, Hokkaido, it's quite cold, right? During the whole year, basically it's quite cold, especially during winter. So they will love something that warm your body, which is like this thick kind of noodle compared with the thin noodle. And the miso is very, very rich as well. So it's sort of like comfort food.
Alright, this one is the Hiroshima okonomiyaki style. So as you can see, the difference is mainly that they've layered it out. So you still got the aonori here, the Japanese mayo, the bonito flakes, you got the noodles, on the bottom you got the cabbage, so you got kind of everything as well, and then the okonomiyaki sauce as well. The dough itself is quite thin compared to like Osaka style. It's a thinner dough. And then right underneath there, you got that layer of that noodles there, and then the cabbage down the bottom as well. It almost feels like every bite, you're gonna feel different layers of taste, different layers of flavor. Wow, that is so good. Really, really good.
So this is very loaded okonomiyaki. So you got the cabbage, the noodle, and the batter. I think this is pork as well. So it's super, super good. This is actually my second time trying it, and it's still very good. I think this is one of the best okonomiyaki in Sydney. The reason is because there's not so many places that do okonomiyaki. The combination of flavor is like explosion in your mouth. It's really, really good. It's super filling. As you can see, the portion is actually quite big. So if you want to eat it just by yourself, it's actually very, very nice. It's like super packed lunch or dinner. It's really good. What I love about Newtown is the shops. They have a unique vintage shops where you can just go in and maybe not buy. No, sometimes I do buy as well, but yeah. So next one is vegan ramen. We actually never tried it, and it looks super interesting. So vegan ramen. I think There's a rise of a lot of vegan restaurants, and we found it's actually tasty as well. So there's one Thai vegan that we really want to do episode, probably next time. But this one is ramen vegan.
And it's also next to a shop called Tokyo Lamington, and we featured that before. They do a really great lamingtons and also onigiri,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. And it's just down here. So when we got here, I was like, Helmi, you just order, okay? I'm gonna go to the washroom. I come back, and she's like, I finished ordering already, okay? And then here we go. Here we got the vegan ramen, which I have no idea what she ordered. What is this, Helmi?
This is the vegan soy ramen.
I can see charred corn, purple cabbage, mushroom, and spring onion as well. And I think that should be tofu. Is that right, Helmi?
Yeah.
So first we're gonna try the broth here. It's kind of like creamy, milky, almost like a.
Soy milk.
Reminds me. Yeah, exactly. So let's try it. Wow, this is like completely new world for me, right? I don't know how to describe that. It's kind of like miso, but kind of like a soya kind of flavored. Yeah, there's like some nuttiness to it as well. Interesting, actually. I think there's also a lack of broth as well. The broth is very creamy, so there is a massive noodle portion right here. Okay, let's try this.
Nick
Really?
is speechless.
Yeah, I'm speechless. Like, I don't know how to describe this. It's just a complex flavor, actually. It's something I've never tasted before.
Actually, the table is quite tall for me.
Yes, look at that.
You know what? Maybe I need to stand, Nick. Look, if I stand, you know, in Japan there's a standing ramen bar or standing sushi bar. There you go. This is perfect. I don't think I need to sit down because unfortunately I'm quite short. Alright, let's try this.
Let's see what you think, Helmi.
Okay.
I'm speechless.
You're speechless. You actually explain better than me, Nick. So I don't know if I eat this. Let me try. You know what? When I look at the menu, it says vegan soy ramen, and it says complex soy-based ramen, and it is true. This is a very complex, nutty flavor, and it's sort of like it's creamy, but it doesn't make you feel bad afterwards because it's sort of like clean soy complex flavor. And it is true, it's very hard to explain because this is the first time we are having like vegan ramen, and the noodle itself is the I think, you know, the Hakata style, which is the very soft one and very thin. But in terms of the broth, if you eat it with the charred grilled corn, it's actually quite nice. But I think the portion is really big.
Yeah, I think it's too much. I think the portion.
Yeah.
They should probably cut it in half.
Maybe.
Because then you get that kind of balance between the broth, right? And also the
noodle.
topping, because just it feels really dry when you pull out the noodle because
Yeah.
the broth is just too little.
Okay, so this one, I actually forgot what I ordered. So it's sunflower and hemp seed shoyu. Sunflower. Okay, alright.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. Let's try. Nori, there's bamboo shoot, there's ear mushroom, spring onions, and what's this?
I don't know.
I don't
It's just
know.
a plant-based item that
Something.
makes it look like a chagi. Maybe
Alright.
another tofu.
Oh my god, so I just lift up the noodle. Look at that. So all the broth is actually in the noodle right now. And as you can see right there, there's not much left. Not
Yeah.
much left.
It's actually all down the bottom.
Yeah, down all the bottom. Alright, let's try this. This is very thick broth. Look at that.
Is it good?
I feel like I just ate sunflower. I'm serious. This tastes like sunflower. It's very creamy and it really tastes like sunflower. So very strong sunflower seed. And the noodle is super soft and it's quite thin as well. I prefer firmer noodle like Nick. But yeah, I don't know. I think if you ask me what do I prefer, I actually prefer, you know, like the Sapporo or the tonkatsu rather than the vegan ramen.
So from the start of Take Sushi to the end of Lonely Melt, that's about 2 hours. We ate a lot actually
Yeah,
in the
I
span
know.
of 2 hours, okay? Just a quick, I guess, discussion.
Yeah.
Just letting you know, like our preference is still very much the kind of like traditional ramen, the tonkotsu. I think that's what we grew up with, and that's kind of like what Japan's famous for, and that really is very, very tasty.
Yeah.
Now, Lonely Melt is kind of your vegan version of ramen. It's unique. I am quite speechless, actually, to be honest. I've never tasted something like that kind of level. To me, the broth in Lonely Melt was a little too thick, and it was really rich, like super rich in flavor.
Yeah.
That it kind of felt like it was a bit much,
Yeah.
you know. But its counterpart, Rara Ramen, that's really, really good. You guys need to try Rara Ramen if you haven't tried Rara Ramen before. So now we're gonna, I guess, walk a little bit, get
Yeah.
everything down a little bit, you know, push it down, and then I don't know, for dessert, I guess.
Azuki.
Let's go. So if you're looking for like Japanese pastry and bakery spot, this is it here in Newtown called Azuki, one of our favorite. If you come really early in the morning, everything's super fresh, and also the lines is ridiculous. So today's raining, so it's not so bad. I mean, there's no one here. That's why when it rains, we come over here.
Yeah. So we normally got the melon pan, the curry pan, yakisoba pan. I think we've tried everything almost. Mochi ichigo. What else? And the chestnut Mont Blanc as well. So today we're gonna try the yuzu cheesecake. This is our favorite. We've been here, I don't know, 3-4 times. Really, really good. So after we bought this yuzu cake, we went home and took a rest actually.
Yep.
Yeah, because
We're
super
so
tired.
tired.
And now we are in Burwood because tonight there's like night market in Burwood. We're gonna show you, but because it's super loud there, so we're gonna finish the cake over here. So we got the yuzu cheesecake from Azuki Bakery in Newtown.
Yeah,
look at that. Yes, good looking cake, and on top there's this candied mandarin, I guess.
Yep.
And
Looks
yeah.
like a cream underneath that, and then you got the cheesecake right under that.
Yeah. Okay. So I bring my own spoon. Big.
BYO, bring from home.
I know. Be my own. Yeah. Okay. Let's try this. Wow, Azuki Bakery never fails. Everything is actually very good. So, me and Nick are not a fan of yuzu. We prefer something sweet. Well,
No, I do prefer mine kind of like tangy.
Oh,
So
is
yuzu
it?
is kind of like my thing more than Helmi. to
Oh
be
yeah,
honest.
it's true, it's true, it's true. Yeah, I don't really like yuzu because a lot of places they overdo yuzu, so become very sour. But this one is really nice. It's very subtle. It's not too sweet at all, so it's really, really good. I mean, Azuki is like highly recommended bakery in Sydney. If you've never been, you have to go. This is really good. The cookie crumble underneath, like the biscuits, is really nice. The cheesecake is really good as well. It's not super thick, it's not super sweet, and it got this balance of yuzu. Really, really nice. Yeah. That's nice, right? Azuki really never fails.
Yeah. Because usually when I eat cheesecake after a while, it's really strong, and you get really thirsty because it's really sweet. But this is just right.
Yeah.
Bright, subtle, and great balance of combination. It makes it a little addictive too. Okie dokie, we're gonna wrap it up right now because we are so full, but somehow we're still in Burwood, Chinatown. I think we're gonna eat some more. I don't know how we're gonna eat some more, but we're here. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys, and don't forget to punch the like button, subscribe, because it's gonna help us a lot to produce more video content like this one. And we will see you guys next week. I hope you stay hungry, and yeah, hopefully this episode will inspire you to eat some ramen.